Hey everyone, and welcome back to the show that asks you to pull out your chairs, get out your TTRPG books, and join us at the table. We are talking today about more of the amazing versatile heritages that Paizo released in their Lost Omens Ancestry Guide. If you haven't checked it out, go to where books are sold. Go online, buy them directly. Go ahead, check it out. You can use this in so many campaigns. And not only are we going to cover two of those versatile heritages, but we're also going to brainstorm with you on how to use this at your table and with your character. But without further ado, let's toss the mic to the man to my left, the man, the myth, the legend, Mr. Michael Powell. Tell them who you are and where they can find you on that sweet, sweet internet.
Well, I am Michael Powell, and you can find me all over the internet on my social medias, which is at Mr. Kapow. That's MRKAPAO. And how about you?
My name is PJ McGaw. You can find me all over the internet at pj.mcgaw, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok. Let's hang out and have a good time. Without further ado, let's get down to business. So, as you mentioned earlier, Paizo released, I think sometime earlier this year, the Lost Omens Ancestry Guide.
Yep.
There's a smack ton of new awesome things, as well as some gorgeous artwork. So if you buy the book for the artwork alone, you will not be disappointed. But we're going to be covering two of the many different elemental versatile heritages. Now, for those of you who don't know what a versatile heritage is, this is basically some sprinkles you put on your sundae. This is, the sugar you mix in with your tea.
Do you know what I like to call it, PJ?
What's that?
You want some versatile heritage on that burger?
Can I get a side of versatile heritage and just like a big steak? So yeah, basically you could choose your primary ancestry. So you can be like, I want to be an elf, but I want to be an elf who's always on fire. Well, you sadistic bastard, here's how you do it. Starting with the Ifrit. Now, people have been arguing how you say this. Ifrit, Ifriti. You know what? Just flame on.
Actually, I think at least from Pathfinder 2nd edition, because I am looking at it, Ifrit with the E is the full-blooded Geniekin ancestry. The one with the I is the versatile heritage.
Now that is actually great to delineate, because in Pathfinder 1st edition, there was no versatile heritages. There was like things you could do within your heritage to like spice it up a little bit, but you'd still be the one. And there was the Ifrit with the E and the Ifrit or Ifrit, whatever. There were some distinctions like abyssal and infernal. But without further ado, why don't we talk about these fiery bad boys?
All right. Do you want to kick off with the flavor text and then I do the mechanics, or do you want to do the reverse?
I'll start with the flavor text, and you can go to the crunchy stuff about this versatile heritage. So, the Ifrit, or Ifrit, the versatile heritage, descends from creatures such as the Ifrit, the salamanders, not the Space Marine chapter, and magma dragons. Their spark of ancestral flame gives them a reputation for being passionate, if not a little capricious. Ifrits often build up personal relationships between themselves and the idea of fire, feeling as though they embody it mentally or spiritually, in addition to, physically. Some Ifrits relate to the fire's mutable energy, illuminating properties, or destructive nature. Some Ifrits, almost called an Ifrit, share a connection from birth to specific aspects of elemental fire, such as radiance, ash, or lava. This is called the Ifrit lineage. Ifrits often have the same lineage as their parents, though sometimes Ifrits are born with lineages different from their families or to parents without one. Lineages can appear in Ifrit children as a reflection of where they were born. For example, a Cinder Soul sometimes originates from being born in areas prone to forest fires. They can also occur... Hey, we have a gender reveal, baby. What is it? A living embodiment of flame. Congrats! They can also occur as a reflection of the Ifrit's planar ancestry, such as a bright soul Ifrit having a fire-themed celestial ancestor, like a Peri. I'm probably not pronouncing that right. Magma Ifrits with the lava soul lineage are most often born descendants of magma dragons or other lava-themed fire elementals. So at the gates, what we're understanding very, very clear here is that this is your chance to create your OC as bad as you want to be. You want to be like a fiery angel dwarf who's like, I don't know, the child of, the Godforge? Dope. Do it. This is how.
I also want to point out you cannot have more than one versatile heritage.
Yes. Also important.
Yeah. So I don't think you can be a Aasimar, Ifrit, elf.
Yes, this is true. Technically, you cannot be an Aasimar elf Ifrit, but you can also just kind of hand wave and say the place where your fire nature comes from is from a celestial plane. Now, this may get a little confusing, but really it all comes down to brass mechanics as well as brass appearance taxes. Like, how do I look versus how do I play? And that's really what this is for. So without further ado, let's get into more of the how do you play mechanically.
Also want to point out, you're not descended from a really weird puddle cuddle.
Now, oh my god. Now I kind of want to be like, how did you get your fiery powers? We played some really good 70s music and the hookah hit just right and we all got really chill, bro. Oh man. Anyway, Michael, so is there something crunchy with the versatile heritage on this page, or do we need to start with the feats?
I believe there is just one thing, but I also want to really quickly jump in the chat and say hi to some folks.
Absolutely, let's say hi.
Yeah. We got Adam Generator, Pengu-chan, Reap Psyche, and Maynard. Hey, what's up, everybody? And Reap Psyche is really excited about the Ifrit as an ancestry.
Yeah, super excited about having Ifrits as an ancestry myself. I'm already planning on NPCs that are dwarf Ifrits that are like direct descendants of Hammer and Forge, the dwarf god of my world. Also great to see you, Adam Generator. Hello, Pengu-chan, great to see you as always. Hello, Maynard for the win. And Latanzi, I might be butchering that. Latanzi, great to see you in the chat.
Oh, Latanzi. Hey, what's up, man? I know him. Good guy.
Oh, heck yeah. All right.
Yeah. Oh, Adam Generator posted, an Ifrit is what happens when the bard has fire resistance / immunity and sees a cute fire elemental.
So it kind of gives a whole new connotation to going, hey, you're hot, want to screw?
But yeah, anyway, the crunchy bits, there's only one thing here. It's, I guess, you just add Ifrit to your character type, which is Ifrit uncommon, so probably have a talk with your GM about that before you play. And you descend from fire elementals or bear the mark of the inner spears, and your features illustrate the influence that elemental fire has over you. You gain the Ifrit in a trait, and in addition, the traits from your ancestry. You gain resistance to fire equals to half your level, minimum 1, and you treat elemental heat effects as if they were one step less severe. Incredible heat becomes extreme heat becomes severe, and so on. You could choose from the Ifrit feats and feats from your ancestry whenever you gain an ancestry feat. This is actually, playing an Ifrit at lower levels is actually really good, because fire is the most common type of damage magical damage you're probably gonna encounter.
Oh, heck yeah. Yeah, it's actually really kind of exciting to see someone that gets a natural fire resistance. By the way, because this is part of the Ifrit trait, you get this for free. This is part of who you are, physically speaking. So no matter what your primary ancestry is, you're gonna get this bonus.
Yeah.
So, why not, maybe?
Yeah, like I said, lower levels, that's the most common type of damage you're going to be dealing with. Higher levels even, kind of, because, hey, who doesn't want the resistance to a fireball?
Yeah, who doesn't want to look a fire-breathing dragon in the face, take that breath weapon to the dome, and go, I've had better? Like, that's amazing.
Yeah.
All right, well, let's go to the feet then, shall we?
All right, you want to kick it off, or should I?
I'll do Bright Soul. So
All right.
you have many different feats you can choose at first level. Only one, but these will be added to your total potential for first level. So the first one about the game is Bright Soul. The fire inside you asserts itself as beaming radiant light. Your body is naturally luminescent, glowing with the effects of a primal light cantrip. A cantrip is heightened to the spell level equal to half your level, rounded up. The light is involuntary and constant. If counteracted, it returns in 1d4 rounds. So something is going to have to roll against you to get rid of your light. It still comes back in like 20 seconds. You suffer a -2 circumstance penalty on stealth checks to hide or sneak, and get a +1 circumstance bonus on saving throws against light effects and effects that inflict blind or dazed. So it's okay. You know, you want to be literally the Human Torch, go right ahead.
Yeah. Also want to read in chat, Adam Generator posted, also, let's see, no, Reef Psyche first posted, Evasion for half, and then Resistance, baby. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Ifrit Rogue, definitely. Adam Generator also posted, also having Fire Resistance 1 at first level, while you have a Bomber Alchemist is really dope, so you don't get damaged by the splash damage if you're a melee combatant.
Yeah, that's actually a very good point. In fact, you could even play a fire or an Ifrit, whatever. Ooh, okay. Let's dance with the devil on this one. An Ifrit Goblin Alchemist. You can just run up to somebody, throw the bomb at their feet, and once the splash damage hits you, you might take no damage from that splash.
Yeah. Oh, Reef Psyche also posted, Fire Ifrit Barbarian.
Yeah. Ooh, that's just more rage, more burn,
Yeah.
baby.
Ooh, Fire Ifrit Barbarian Dragon Instinct.
I actually had a villain NPC in a world setting, a big bad evil guy, very similar to that. He may reappear in a very different campaign, but yeah, it's same page.
All right. Next feat we have is called Cinder Soul. The fire of your elemental ancestor manifests like dying embers of a blaze, and your inner charcoal helps staunch bleeding, purify simple poisons, and absorb acid. The DC for you to recover from persistent acid, bleed, and poison damage is 10 instead of 15, or 5 if you have particularly effective assistance. You know what? That is really good mid and late game too.
Oh, that's good all game.
Yeah, because you're definitely going to deal with I like to think you're going to start dealing persistent damage mid game to late game, honestly.
It really can depend upon the level of your players and the focus of your GM. Because, like, there's a lot of different spells, abilities, bombs, items, and even just passive effects. Like, what I've noticed is that in the lower CR creatures, a lot of them don't do a lot of damage, but a lot of them have a poison or disease effect that will take your character out if you're not, like, treating it. So that's really good.
Yeah. Oh, definitely. Adam Generator posted, and as Dragon Instinct gives the rage action the acid, electric, cold, or fire trait, depending on your color, that makes you a really good user for the Wishblade.
Interesting. I'll have to see, because, like, the Wishblade, it's been a while since I've looked at the Wishblade. I think, and it might be confusing the Wishblade with a different blade in a different game setting or different game system. So you might have to remind me on this, because I thought the Wishblade, like, I might be thinking of, like, the Wish belt or the Wish necklace, but, like, basically it lets you do something related to the spell. So please remind me. My coffee hasn't kicked in yet. This is just general levels of mania kicking at, making my energy this high right now. Next out the gate, Elemental Eyes gives you dark vision. This normally gives you low light vision. You had to see it coming. Gives you dark vision.
Honestly, if you're anything but a human, there's going to be something along the lines of this.
This is actually a really cool workaround, though, because, like, let's say you pick human because you like the no negative stat boosts, or you like having versatility as you level up. You basically get to play Johnny Storm now, except your Johnny Storm was always on fire, and you get free dark vision at first level. Boom.
And honestly, one of my favorite things about human, I guess, heritages is skilled skilled heritage is actually super useful because it grows as you grow.
I love the skilled heritage feat. I love the, oh god, what is it? Humans get another feat that lets
Yeah,
them
the one that
basically
you get
take
an
another
extra
feat.
feat, basically.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
so good.
But anyway, elemental lore, level 1 feat. You've devoted yourself to researching the secrets of the inner sphere. You gain the trained proficiency in your choice of survival and either arcana or nature. If you will automatically become trained in survival from your background or class, for example, you instead become trained in a skill of your choice. You also become trained in the lore associated with your elemental plane of origin, such as the plane of fire lore. Once again, you're basically getting a free feat and a lore, and you can't you can't sneeze at that. Really, honestly, it's useful. It's good. The plane of fire elemental lore is pretty situational, but the extra, what is it, survival and either arcana or nature, you're gonna be using it.
Oh my god, yeah. And if you get those for your class already, you can just substitute, I think, both for one of your choice, or one of your choice for one of the two. Either way, you're stacking on a bunch of feats, and you get to have really particular knowledge. So
Yeah, it says here, though, it's only for survival. So if you already have survival, then you can choose another one. I think you're either stuck with arcana or nature, and if you are, just go, okay, fine. I'm not going to take that as a prereq for something else. I'll just take something else with my other extra open skill slot.
It's actually kind of brilliant. So, Chad, if you're thinking about this, it makes a lot of sense that survival could be the only thing that you really have to fuss with, because if you're already getting survival because of from your class, right? Then you get arcana or nature. Generally speaking, if you're a ranger, you're probably not going to have arcana unless you spend one of your proficiencies into it. And if you're already proficient in arcana, because let's say you're a wizard or a sorcerer, you get two skills you probably wouldn't think are useful and then have massive utility later down the road.
Yeah, definitely. Oh, and also, just jumping in chat real quick, Adam Generator posted the info on the Wishblade. Do you want to take this one?
Sure. Yeah, I was actually reading earlier. I think it sounds really cool. This weapon can channel energy damage. You gain the conduct energy free action while wielding a resonant weapon. Imagine this is a resonant weapon. Conduct energy free action requirements. Your last action or spell this turn has these effects. Elemental in the chat. You channel energy into your weapon. The weapon deals 1 additional damage per weapon die. Oh, Adam Jenner, you cheeky person. I love where you went with this. Deals 1 additional damage per weapon die until the start of your next turn. This damage type matches the trait of a triggering action or spell. If your triggering action or spell had multiple eligible traits, you select one of those traits. So effectively, you get yourself a Magus, you put some Ifrit in their blood, and now down later in the game, they're always doing 4 bonus fire damage on top of all the other crazy, stupid things that they're wonderfully doing.
Oh, man. I can't wait for the Magus to officially release. Magus, I guess they're called Geniekin or something in Pathfinder, but yeah, a Magus Geniekin with, what is it, archetype of barbarian. Just imagine that.
I'm there. I'm loving it.
Yeah.
Oh god, because I love Magi. I know I always say Inquisitor. Here's the thing: I've only played an Inquisitor once or twice. The only reason why I keep saying the name is because I keep missaying Investigator.
Mm-hmm.
But you have to believe Magus is the thing that is I want it.
Is that your pick? Your pick for Pathfinder 2e?
I think if one beautiful hopeful day, I too will be a player, and when that day comes, I'll play either a champion, a barbarian, or a magus. Anyway, so Ember Eyes. All right, I gotta do it. It's dumb, but I gotta do it. Ember Eyes, I see the fire between you and I. Anyway, Ember Eyes. Your eyes ablaze with inner flame. You gain low light vision, or you gain dark vision if you already had low light vision. Mm,
I think it's just covering their ass, really.
yeah, yeah. I was gonna say, well, we already got dark vision. Oh, I see. Okay, so elemental eyes can only give you dark vision if you already got low light vision, and since this trait does not come with it, but if your primary ancestry does, let's say you're that fire elf,
Mhm.
then you would automatically get bumped up from low light to
Yeah,
dark. If you're human, you now have low light, so it's better than nothing.
yeah. All right, next up we have, still in the level 1 feats, by the way, Genie Weapon Familiarity. You've trained with weapons used by your Genie ancestors. You are trained with a falcon, rancer, scimitars, and tridents. In addition, you gain access to all uncommon Geniekin weapons for the purpose of determining your proficiency. Martial Geniekin weapons are also simple weapons, and advanced Geniekin weapons are martial weapons. Really quick, I just want to... Yeah, Geniekin... The Geniekin weapon is basically a wish blade or a wish knife.
All right. Heck yeah. Yeah, and you're training falchions, ransewers, scimitars, and tridents. So even if you don't get that wish blade or the wish knife or whatever, and or want to repurpose that to like a wish trident, you have some very cool weapon proficiencies that
Mhm.
you may not already have. So like, let's say you're a cleric, and clerics, unless they're a war priest, generally only get simple weapons. But now you're a cleric who worships, I don't know, maybe the greater Ifrit, and you get some badass weapons. So like you're like, yeah, heal font all day every day, but I'm gonna stab you with fire. You know, it's pretty
Yeah,
cool.
yeah. Honestly, I think that they actually just pretty much just put it there just so for the wish blade and the wish knife. That's really it.
Yeah, I mean it makes a lot of sense, and
Yeah.
it has, I don't know, it has something. Anyway, inner fire. This is also a feat that you could. Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't want to interrupt you. What were you saying, Michael?
No, I didn't say anything.
Oh, okay. Uh, inner fire is another feat at level 1. A lot of level 1 feats. You can call the fire inside you into the palm of your hand. You can cast Produce Flame cantrip as an innate primal arcane spell at will. A cantrip is heightened to a spell level equal to half your level rounded up. You're now shooting fireballs all the time, every time, no matter what your class is. There we go.
Yeah, you're pretty much building to your like you said before, PJ, your Human Torch.
Yep. Yep.
All
This,
right.
this is Johnny Storm just throwing balls of
Yep.
fire.
All right. Next up, another level 1 feat called Lava Soul. Your elemental lineage manifests as magma and molten rock, and you can focus the magma into your hand to attack your foes. You gain a magma spike unarmed attack, which requires a free hand to use. This is an agile finesse unarmed attack in the brawling weapon group that deals 1d4 piercing damage as well as 1 additional fire damage. Instead of the normal critical specialization effect, the target takes 1d6 persistent fire damage. You gain a bonus on this persistent damage equal to your item bonus to attack rolls and unarmed attacks. Okay, this is pretty boss.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's better.
stick this on a was it an Ifrit barbarian or Ifrit,
Oh,
honestly even a monk or your magus.
yeah. Well, what's great about it is that the damage is not as great compared to what a monk can do with an unarmed strike, or even what a barbarian can do with animal
Mhm.
soul stuff, right? So it's not great compared to what they can do naturally. However, this is what's cool about it. It is always going to be a 1d4 plus 1. Always.
Mhm.
You get to add your strength after that. So it could be a 1d4 plus 5 or 6 at first level. And it has a persistent fire damage on a crit, which not a lot of weapons get persistent damage. Usually they have like a knockback or a knockdown or whatever. Um, so I would actually say put this on your rogue.
Mm. Uh,
Imagine sneak attacking with
yeah.
that mother trucker.
Also, I want to point out. Also, let's see. For a monk or barbarian animal soul, I'm animal instinct.
Yeah,
You're not going to have to use up one of your actions to take that stance.
that's a very good
Yeah,
point.
action economy.
Yeah. I think the monk's normal strike with the feature, I forgot the name of it. Their fists do 1d6, so dice wise they're better. That they don't get the +1 and they don't have the persistent bleed damage. So all of those make this, if you're listening at home, the Lava Soul is a really good choice for level 1 if you want to be doing damage. It's a very good versatile weapon.
And correct me if I'm wrong, but slap on hand wraps on this. I think that will, because it is an unarmed attack.
Yes, you are 1,000% correct. If you put hand wraps on that bad boy, it will be treated accordingly, and you can then start to build your entire character around this awesome lava weapon. So, if you don't want to have a lava weapon, but you want to be a scary buddy, how about Sinister Appearance? Also at first level. You have to choose one of these, obviously. You possess horns, a tail, or red eyes, or could otherwise be mistaken for a tiefling. You gained the trained proficiency rank in Intimidation. If you'd automatically become trained in Intimidation, you instead become trained in a skill of your choice. You gain the Intimidating Gaze skill feat, as well as a +2 bonus to on deception checks to impersonate while pretending to be a version of yourself who is a tiefling. This is... first of all, this is great. You get a free skill, you get an awesome skill feat, and you get bonuses. It's so great. But why a tiefling?
Yeah.
Why so specifically that?
Yeah, I'm just gonna say, you know what? I'm not gonna say it. I'm not gonna say it's. It could have been worded so much better. I feel.
Well, So like, because the thing, it's really, what's confusing me and what's silly to me is the spirit of this ability. The spirit of this ability is because people think you are a tiefling, they're scared of you. Okay, I get it. It's not about race or ancestry. It's the fact that they think they're actual devils because they look like devils. They have horns and tails and teeth and, those kind of things. But it just seems weird to me that the bonuses that this is giving to you is only because you look like a tiefling. Like, why don't you you're a man or woman or non-binary made out of fucking fire.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're within the time limit. I can swear this a little bit.
Yeah.
I'll try not to in the future. But, like, I would think being a human candle of death would just be terrifying on its own.
Yeah. No, I agree. I definitely agree. Anyway, real quick, Adam Jenner posted, but for that persistent fire damage, you need to have the critical specialization feature, so you have to be 5th level or 2nd level for monks and take that 2nd level feat that gives you critical specialization.
True. That is a very valid point. However, so when you still get the critical specialization feat, not a lot of weapons still give you that. Follow up, because my brain is farting. Do rogues get it at level 5?
Not 100% sure. But either way, you know what? It's a good reason to pick up that critical specialization anyway.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
3 damage. Rogues get it. Cool. Probably at level 5. Also, Malice1974, great to see you in the chat, as always. Let's get back to it.
Yeah, really quick. The next one is, I'm just going to skip over the next one because it's Faye Influence. We talked about it before. You basically have access to some primal magic. A lot of these versatile heritages, a lot of these new ancestries basically get this feat. But I'm just going to jump ahead.
Great, but...
Yeah, I'm just going to jump ahead to Firesight. You can see through the haze of flame. You automatically succeed at the flat check to target a concealed creature if that creature is concealed only by smoke and fire. And by the way, this is a level 5 feat. So, yeah, if you're in like a burning house, you kind of have the it's like dark vision, but with fire and smoke.
Which is pretty cool because now, like, if you're doing a role-playing thing, like, you set the whole, like,
You're about to say, if you roofa a town. Huh. You're about to say you roofa a town.
I was going to say, if you set part of the town on fire as a distraction, And a fight still breaks out, or the village is on fire, or whatever, you don't take any penalties to vision. That's pretty good.
Right.
Look, I'm not judging. I'm just saying, if you're gonna light it on fire, then you're gonna do it. Genie
Wait,
weapon.
does this make Rufa now a Ifrit?
No. Genie weapon flourish is the other level 5 one you can choose from. Basically, it gives you critical specializations in the Genie weapons, so you have to get the Genie weapon feat at level 1. That lets you basically use those Genie weapons. Then at 5th level, bada bing, bada boom, there's the specializations for them. That's basically it.
Yeah.
Not bad.
Definitely, if you want to take that weapon criticalization thing, I believe.
Maybe. Well, this one's specifically for the Genie weapons mentioned in the first feat, and it might work. Either way.
Yeah. Anyway, really quick in chat. Let's see. Maynard posted, this lets you do the same thing, but with smoke, and let's see, which seems like it would be easier to create the magical darkness. Yeah, creating a mundane fire is honestly easier to create the magical darkness. Let's see. Also, and nobody else is liable to have the ability to see through smoke, so it's a you only benefit, but that probably counts for every enemy too.
Yeah, and I think it also makes a good point of logical conclusion as a player that if you are fighting someone who happens to have these physical traits, that trying to use a smoke bomb probably not going to work.
Yeah. Oh, Latunzi, thank you for gifting a tier 1 sub, man. Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you so much. And Notorious Bob of Hydra, good friend of mine. I'm glad you got the sub, and it's great to see you in the chat, my dude.
Yeah. Okay, next up is another level 5 feat called Heatwave. It's a reaction. The frequency is once per 10 minutes. Trigger is an effect would deal fire damage to you, even if you resist all the damage. So, yeah, if you're going to get hit by a fireball or pretty much any kind of fire spell, let's see, you harness the oncoming flames and twist them into a screen of heat and smoke, granting you concealment until the beginning of your next turn. Okay, this is really cool because I am now envisioning firebending from Avatar: The Last Airbender.
Ooh. See, okay, I'm taking this back to my original idea of a spit it out, an Ifrit rogue, right? So you're starting, first of all, it's the lava soul to get that awesome lava weapon, and you use a reaction to, like you said, do that fire bending in this giant thick wreath of smoke, right? Because it says you gain concealment. If you make oh gosh, brain, would you kick in a stealth check, you get bonuses. And if you can beat their perception DC, that gives you a sneak attack.
Yeah.
I mean, I think it only, let's see, how long does it last? You can do it once per 10 minutes. Oh, it can only be as a reaction when someone does fire damage to you. Hey, still, could be very good for a rogue.
Yeah.
Free action to get a bonus to stealth.
Adam Generator posted, a splash damage of the Alchemist Bombs could trigger this. And you can make a lot of synergy with that. Wait, I want to check something really quick. Yeah! Dude, this could work. It doesn't have to be an enemy. This could be like splash damage from your own fire attack.
That would be really good. I mean, there was a time where we were like, I was building a potential character who was a rogue with a multi-class archetype in Alchemist, and you could take a firebomb, an Alchemist fire, drop that down point blank, boom, reaction, get bonuses to stealth, hide stealth, 2 actions at this point, and then roll sneak attack. In 3.5 actions, you've done a point-blank Alchemist Fire, taken no damage from the bomb, made yourself unnoticed with a bonus, leaving your opponent flat-footed, and getting a sneak attack.
Yeah. Really quick in chat, Malice1974 posted, could you use Firebolt on yourself to gain the concealment? Yes, you can. According, at least according to the language, as a GM, I would allow this. Maynard posted probably the cheapest trigger for it too. Yep, non-spell trigger. I mean, and let's see. Adam Generator posted, I have a really keen eye for Pathfinder's 2E synergies. We appreciate that. And Maynard posted, Alchemist Fire equals Fiery Ninja Smoke Bomb.
Yep. Why throw the fire? I am the fire. So I like Heat Wave just for the sheer tactility of it.
Yeah.
Tactical use of it is amazing.
Yeah. All right.
Let's see. Oh, man.
Your next one is Skillful Tail.
Geniekin. Interesting. So look out for Skillful Tail. I think it may pop up in other ancestries down the road. You were born with a tail, and with practice, you learn how to perform simple interact actions with it. Oh yeah, I think we had this with Beast Kid and Kitsune. Such as opening an unlocked door. Your tail can perform actions that require fingers or significant manual dexterity, including any action that would require a check to accomplish, and you can't use it to hold items. So right now, you have a physical embodiment of the Mage Hand spell.
There you go. All right, our next feat is a level 9 feat called Charred Remains. It's a free action, and you can do it once per day. Your next fire spell leaves embers in its wake. If your next action is to cast a spell with an area and the fire trait for 1 minute, your spell's area becomes difficult terrain as well as hazardous terrain, dealing 1 fire damage for each square a creature moves through.
So hey buddy, you like those fireballs? You wanna ruin the environment with your fireballs? Make everyone within a 20-foot radius of that spell hate you, as they have to take 1 fire damage for each square. That means they can move through 5 squares in a straight line, give or take a square, and my math is probably off, and take somewhere between 4 to 5 free damage as they try to get close to you.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Honestly, Charred Remains is also one of those feats that you definitely want to take if you're playing with a map. This could be now I'm thinking, okay, as I consider myself kind of a tactician player. Imagine setting this. Set this down a corridor where your opponent has to come towards you, like our recent episode of Edge of Legend when we had that actual bug bear come at us. Caltrops, run away.
Yep. Oh my god. And you guys, I want to thank you all so much for walking into that trap. Not the bugbear trap, because there was no way, that was just a fight. But walking into the sponge dungeon, if you don't know what I'm talking about, check out last week's episode. I believe it's up on the YouTube already. Because you guys were like, this is dumb. This is so dumb. It's definitely a trap. And it was. And I want to thank you guys for yes-anding that trap.
Rufa has to keep an eye on his friends. He wants to make sure they're okay. He knew this was a stupid idea. He knew.
Oh, everyone knew it was dumb. Even the barbarian. She was like, this is dumb, but I just, I gotta, so I'm gonna.
Yep. In character. But anyway, really quick, in chat, Malice1974 posted, so you take Inner Fire and this feat to gain concealment every 10 minutes. Yeah, then that was for Heat Wave. Let's see. Maynard also posted, I missed the first bit of stream. I just want to make sure it's out there in the discussion that fire as a damage type is the most resistance damage type in the game, or at least it was in Pathfinder 1. I defer to you guys if it's true in Pathfinder 2.
Yes, I was actually going to talk about that somewhere down the road, because these are some amazing tactics that if they hit hard and they hit brilliantly. But it should be noted that because fire is the most common attack the player will get hit by, there is some problem with having your entire playstyle around one niche element. Well, not one niche, one specific element. And that is, down the road, a lot of creatures in higher CR values tend to be either massively resistant to fire or immune to fire. So go in knowing that this strategy is going to really give you a solid 10 levels of versatility. And then on the back end, the 10 to 20, the 11 to 20, you might have some issues. Unless, and we haven't seen it yet, it could be there. There are feats that allow your fire to get past certain resistances.
Let's see, really quick. Maynard also posted, also, it does kind of dull the impact of all these amazing things Ifrit can do.
Yeah.
All right.
So,
Take the next one, PJ, I believe. It's the magic one.
Ifrit magic.
Yeah.
I have it all prepped and ready, and I'm ready to go. The magic of your Ifrit ancestors flows through you. You can cast Enlarge an illusory object once per day as a second level spell. For free. Damn it. Oh my god. Yeah, I'm just gonna...
You can Ant-Man it.
Yeah, you can... God bless. You get to... You know what? I'm just gonna be massive now and get stupid bonuses. Yeah, once a day. But still, like, oh, that's the big bad. I'm gonna be the bigger bad. Like, it's awesome.
I mean, it can't... It's one of those also... I kind of want to say it does have certain circumstantial things, like if you're in a small cave area where there's limited amount of space, you probably won't want to cast this.
For sure. But let's do some meta math here for a second. You get this amazing free and large person spell. Let's say you are a giant instinct barbarian. You're already either stupid, dummy, thick, big, or you can just use stupid, dummy, thick, big weapons for massive damage. And now, you're just growing bigger in ratio. Like, that's gonna get insane.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, that Tarrasque coming at us? I got it.
Yeah. Thank goodness the Titan picked up Titan Grappler. I'm gonna headlock that Tarrasque and flip him like a...
Gonna sub-in him.
I'm gonna put him in the crippler crossface. Ah.
All right. Let's see. Adam General posted, never underestimate second level illusionary object. That is very true. Reap Psyche also posts, cast it, block the route out, set yourself on fire. Who's gonna try and get past me?
Oh, damn, Reap Psyche. I love that idea. Yes.
And Maynard posted, concept. Ifrit character who insists on being referred to as temporarily embarrassed fire giant and gets angry at anyone who refers to them as Ifrit. So you're basically, you're Hulk. You're Hulk. You're easily insulted Hulk.
But Monster Smash!
Okay, anyway, jumping on the next level 9 feat is Scorching Disarm. It's a 1 action ability, frequency once per day. You make a weapon unbearable to hold. Attempt an athletic check to disarm a target creature. You don't need to have a hand free to make this disarm attempt. If the disarm attempt succeeds, the target takes 4d6 fire damage unless it drops a weapon, and on a critical success, it takes 4d6 damage and drops the weapon. If you're legendary in athletics, increase it to 8d6 fire damage.
So, remember what I said? The Ifriti giant instinct barbarian? I think we just found a build for a potential fire giant person.
Yeah.
And
I'm just,
oh my God.
aesthetically, what I'm imagining is, pretty much in almost any Superman movie or TV show, he heat visions somebody's weapons and they just drop it because it's so hot. That's what's processing my brain.
Well, and you're absolutely right, but here's what's fascinating about the words it's written, and I may not be picking up what they're putting down, but here's what they're saying. You just make an athletics check to deal damage. Whether or not they actually drop the weapon is only on a critical success. So they're just taking damage.
Do you know what this is really, really good for? The combo for this that's really good for? Ifrit Investigator.
Ooh,
Yeah,
I could
because
see
they do
that.
have the ability where, you know what? Before I actually do something, I'm gonna roll and see if I get a good roll. This one, you know whether you're not gonna get a good roll as soon as you do it or not. And there's the athletic stratagem where it can actually use this ability with your athletics. That's what I have with Rufa.
Yeah, and it's really good, and the chat is really their heart's in the right place,
Yeah,
just lighting it up.
and if you're legendary athletics, you know if you're gonna get a crit disarm. So you know for a fact if you're gonna get that 8d6. So you know that once per day, it's gonna happen.
Yep. And I'm just looking at the build. Yeah. Scorching Disarm at 9th level. Atom Generator, Giant Instinct, Ifrit Barbarian, the Bladed Scarf, favorite weapon, 1d8 slashing, sweep, disarm, reach, trip. It is absolutely brilliant for this kind of a build because not only do you have that versatile tactical ability, the weapon, but you're doing decent damage and you're putting that fire paint out all over the place.
And like I said, if for Investigator, you know you're gonna get that 8d6 and making them drop that weapon.
Oh God, yeah. And they make a good point in the chat. What do you want? Do you want that Ifrit magic to make yourself super swole at a moment's notice, or do you just want to drop 4d6 to 8d6 because you don't like that they have weapons?
Yeah, like I said,
It's hard to say.
You're getting both that damage and also, you have a wizard, evil wizard. You have that horrible staff of like the greater gods. Well, you're dropping it and you're taking the damage.
Yeah.
F you.
Oh,
How you like me now?
Me. Give me my money.
And then and then you make sure you team up with a really good rogue. They could do that. I believe they have a ability at somewhere down the line where they get a free dash action, free movement or something. Or even with a monk, run in there, grab the staff, and run out. We got your magic item. We got your magic item.
I could definitely see that happening. And that's also a good way to get the MacGuffin away from the BBEG. I'm seeing Reap Psyche talk, and I love this. The dwarvish Turkish oil wrestler who sets himself on fire and roasts kebabs in their arms. I love that. And I'm going to kick myself for giving this small spoiler. Doesn't really matter. But there is Turkish oil wrestling in my world. Without further ado, the penultimate Genie weapon skill, or Genie weapon feat. If you've been doing the Genie weapon feat tree at level 13, this would be the thing that you get from it. Whenever you gain a class feature that grants you expert or greater proficiency in certain weapons, you can also gain that proficiency in falchions, ranseurs, scimitars, tridents, and all Geniekin weapons in which you are trained. So if you are using this with non-traditional fighter classes, this could be really good if you want to, like we said, the cloister cleric. This could be really good in a way to become another really proficient fighter. I don't know if it's as sexy as everything else we've already gone over, because like my God, at level 9.
All right, really quick. Let's see. Oh, Adam Generator posted, at least the spike chain is not an advanced weapon this time.
Yeah, I know I saw Malice mention that he missed it. I think it's still, the spike chain's still in PF2, right? Or am I wrong on that?
Yeah, because I think that was one of the weapons I considered originally when I was making Rufa to give him, but I was like, you know what? He needs more of an elegant weapon, so Scorpion Whip.
I think that's a good choice.
Yeah. Anyway, next up we are, I believe, let me just double check. Yeah, we are at the level 13 feats. We have one called Radiant Burst. This is a 2-action frequency once per day. Your skin glows with intensity. Creatures within 10 feet who can see you must succeed at a Fortitude save against your class DC or spell DC, whichever is higher. Critical success, the creature is unaffected. Success, the creature is dazzled for 1 round. failure. The creature is blinded for 1 round and dazzled for 4 rounds. Critical failure. The creature is blinded for 4 rounds and dazzled for 10 minutes. So basically, you turn yourself into a living flash bomb.
Yeah. Yeah. And the fact that they can be dazzled for 10 minutes is insane. Because that means everyone counts as having concealment. And if you are that Ifrit rogue build, this could be very helpful. Let's see. I'm blanking on the name. I'm so sorry. Adam Generate did say it has the Incapacitation Trait, which says an ability with this trait can take a character completely out of the fight or even kill them, and it's harder to use on more powerful characters. If a spell has the Incapacitation Trait, any creature more than twice the spell's level treats the result of their check to prevent being incapacitated by the spell as 1 degree success better. Or the result of any check the spellcaster made to incapacitate them is 1 degree of success worse. If any other effect has the incapacitation trait, a creature of higher level than the item, creature, or hazard generating the effect gains the same benefits. So it does sound like there's a slight chance of having this backlash. If any other effect has incapacitated... Okay, never mind. I read that wrong. Nope, no backlash. But yeah, so since this is a spell-like ability, if you will, or a power, be careful. Because if you try to throw this against a big bad who's maybe a handful of CR higher than you, chances are you won't get that dazzled for 10 minutes. But against a room full of goblins, screw them, light them up.
Yeah, or also you gotta keep in mind your allies who are around you. You know what? Tell them throw on some aviators.
Yeah, there's a great, and it is dumb, and I gotta say, there's a great line I heard in a YouTube video where this guy's saying, "Hey, does this look like a flashbang to you?" And sets it off in the guy's face. Oh, I'm so easily entertained. All right, moving on. Summon Fire Elemental. You can summon an elemental ally once per day as a 5th level primal innate spell, but the only thing that can be summoned is a fire elemental. As a 5th level spell, once every day.
Always useful. Seriously, always useful. And also, correct me if I'm wrong on this, because this question actually recently appeared on my YouTube channel. Do you still need a concentrate after summoning an ally using a summon spell?
Well, it is a sustained spell, so you will have to, in Pathfinder 2nd Edition, I believe, since it's a sustainable spell and not a time limit spell, you have to take 1 action around to sustain the spell activity, which does kind of limit your economy, but since you have a level 5 in this case, fire elemental fighting alongside you, it's kind of worth it.
Okay. All right. Next up, we are at the capstone of the Ifrit feats called Blazing Aura at level 17. Frequency, once per day. Trigger, your turn begins. Let's see. You explode in flames. Enemies in a 20-foot ammunition take 7d6 fire damage. Basic reflex save using your class DC or spell DC, whichever is higher. Allies in the area are quickened for 1 round and can use the additional action to strike or stride. So yeah, your Human Torch just went Nova.
Dude, here's why this is amazing. Not only are you doing a 7d6 fire damage in the area of a 20-foot emanation, you're basically doing a half-level higher version of, I think 1 level higher version of Fireball from your body.
And also, I like how it says, not everyone, just enemies. Yeah. So your allies are safe from this.
And this is what's so dope. Not only are you dealing damage, like a level whatever 4 fireball to everyone within a 20-foot emanation of you, you're also giving all your allies caught in the blast quickened for 1 round, so they get to do an extra move or an extra attack. This is like the best group support attack ability I've ever seen. And I can see why it's once a day because of that.
Yeah, definitely. Let's see. Let's see. Oh, Adam Generator
Oh,
posted. You are not quickened because you are not your own ally. True, but
yeah.
yeah, everybody else is. It's
Yeah.
sometimes not all about you.
This is why it's a support ability. Like I was saying,
Yeah.
it's great that it does a level 4 fireball spell damage, and it gives everyone around you the quickened ability. And it's a reaction.
Yeah,
It's a reaction.
and also, you're already dealing 76 damage, dude. Like, come on.
Yeah, you don't need a quicken. That's just gross, and that is wrong. Oh my god, I love. Okay, so the pros and cons. This is a gorgeous, gorgeous thing. You can put some really fun builds into this. And if I'm thinking correctly, it's a spell, not a spell-like ability. Either way, you can create giant fire AoEs with lasting damage effects and create magical fire melee attacks with bonus damage and persistent bleed. And you can do this with literally any class build. It's only going to add to it. Now, the con of this, yes, endgame, it's really hard to have fire damage break through some of that resistance or sometimes straight up immunities. Especially at level 17, when you're probably going to be fighting things like dragons and demons and devils, and they tend to be almost straight up immune to fire. But if there's a feat that will let you bypass a certain number of resistance or even a magical item that your GM can make, which does the exact same thing, there is a chance that you're going to be doing 75% of that damage instead of only like half or none, and still have a very powerful option anywhere in the game.
And Malice also posted 2 Ifrit barbarians with this. Yeah, you just call yourselves the Dynamite Duel.
Oh my god. No. Oh my. Okay.
Oh god, I'm just envisioning they could pull this off together by doing the Wonder Twins fist bump.
See, I almost feel like because it doesn't stack because it gives you a quick end, but you could do one round and then have the other one go off the next round. That's 2 rounds back to back of being quickened, right?
Yeah.
And you could call it Jumpstart My Heart. No, Kickstart My Heart. Because Motley Crue. What was it, Motley Crue? Yeah. Yeah.
All right. Anyway, really quick. Let's see, the Light Fuse Dynamites. Yeah. Let's see. No, it's Hans and Franz, and they're here to pump you up.
Yes. I love the reference. Malice 1974, for the Hans and Franz reference, you get a hero point at your next game. I don't care if they don't accept it. Just slide it under the table with a note. Be good.
All right. Let's move on to our second versatile heritage. And I had to write this phonetically, so because I want to get this right. I really want to get this right.
I think you got it right, and if you have it wrong, then it's my fault because I think I told you how to say it. So
yeah,
we'll both be
blame
wrong
PJ.
together.
Blame PJ.
It's my fault.
I got it wrong. The Oread.
Yes.
So anyway, the flavor text on this one is, first of all, it is an uncommon versatile heritage. So check in with your GM first. The plane of Earth influence runs through your Oread's family, most often from a Shadanians?
From a Shaitan.
Shaitan or Crystal Dragon ancestor. Oreads tend to be stoic, steadfast, and dependable, but they contain depths not seen on the surface. Oreads can be slow to reveal their true selves, or perhaps more accurately, have enough depth and mystery inherent to their beings that they can reveal new and unexpected facets of themselves every day. They usually feel that they personify certain aspects of earth, stone, or other sediments of materials, such as a cliff's tenacious resilience against erosion, the generosity and nourishment of fertile soil, or the versatile utility of stone and metal. Oreads born with a special connection to a specific subset of earth, elemental earth, such as crystal, dust, or mud, might have an Oread lineage. A lineage can be inherited along a family bloodline or can manifest spontaneously in Oread children. They can be caused by where an Oread's ancestor lived, frequently seen in Dust Soul Oreads, many of whom are born in a desert or a family that has farmed for generations. Lineages can be the result of Pacific Planier heritages. Gem Soul Oreads often have a crystal dragon in their lineage, and Mire Soul Oreads descend from the more sodden creatures of elemental earth. So, people of the earth. The people of the earth. Good, strong, hardy folk.
Yeah, if so the last people were firebenders and people of the fire. The Oread are definitely earthbenders and people of the earth. As an earthbender myself, I'm very excited to read. Also, want to say hello
PJ.
to Alexiel Reen.
Yeah. Hey. But yeah, PJ. Let's see. Earth Nation Bros.
Oh God, hold on. I gotta read it.
Other side. There you go.
Earth Nation Bros.
There you go.
Yeah.
But yeah. Why don't you read the versatile heritage ability we have there on the bottom?
Will do. So, the Oread Versatile Heritage. An Earth Elemental ancestor has influenced your bloodline, and your features highlight this elemental planar connection. You might have a crystalline or metallic sheen to your skin or hair, rough and stony flesh, or glittering gemstone eyes. You gain the Oread trait in addition to the traits from your ancestry. You also gain low light vision. That's really nice. Or you gain dark vision if your primary ancestry would already give low light vision. You can choose from the Oread feats and feats of your ancestor. So this is interesting because this either automatically upgrades you to dark vision or automatically upgrades you to low light vision. So, I mean, it's not as exciting as the fire bros who just took less fire damage and could survive in
yeah, honestly, I thought they were just going to get resistant to earth damage, which would have been interesting.
It would have been cool. They're probably going to be feats because I feel like if they gave them physical resistances, then everyone would be like, they're tanks, they're nothing else. And that would probably be kind of like limiting. There it is, limiting for them.
All right. Let's see. Oh, Reef Psyche posted. Maynard posted, PJ does give off strong Boomy, King Boomy vibes.
I'll take it. Take it.
He also posted, it's no smoke vision, but, what is? And Reef Psyche posted, Oread with an Ifrit wingman who stands across from him to make sure his crystal eyes twinkle when he's flirting.
Yeah, I can see that. Adam Generator does confirm that they are definitely shields, or not shields, tanks. And I mean, you kind of have to assume, a group of, magically infused beings to resemble stone and steel would probably be tanks. Like, right away during that description, I was like, Colossus? This is Colossus?
Yeah.
I'm just reading about Colossus.
Yeah. All right, let's jump into the feats with the first level feat is Dust Soul. Your Earth Elemental ancestors' influence manifests in you as dust and dirt, like the soil of a field or the hot desert sands. You gain the trained proficiency rank in survival. If you would automatically become trained in survival from your background or class, for example, you instead become trained in a skill of your choice. You can sustain yourself on dirt and ash instead of normal food and water. So I'm just now envisioning just sitting down, just shoveling handfuls of dirt in your mouth.
You're not
Nom.
Like, if not already, they're basically Gorons just taking giant chunks of the earth and just eating it like it's a hamburger. Next
Earth
up,
burglar.
Instead of rabble, it's rubble. Oh, I love it. All right, I'm going to skip Elemental Eyes because Elemental Eyes just gives you dark vision. Elemental Lore, let's see what it gives you. You devoted yourself to researching the secrets of the inner sphere. Spheres, hard to say for today. You gained the trained proficiency in your choice of survival and either Arcana or Nature, and you can learn about the plane of Earth. Hold on. Oh, so you basically get to learn of the plane where the Shaitins come from. The Shaitins are basically your elemental ancestor, so you're learning about their realm. It's not like the fire one, just trustier.
Yeah. More shiny bits, though. there.
Much more shiny bits.
All right, next up we have Elemental Trade. It's a level 1 feat. You have a strong connection with stone and metal. You gain the trained proficiency rank in crafting. If you would automatically become trained in crafting from your background or class, for example, you instead become trained in a skill of your choice. You gain the specialty crafting skill feat for both stonemasonry and blacksmithing. So, honestly, if you're going to be playing a crafter type character, this is something you're going to definitely want to go into. Ooh, yeah. Ooh. A Dwarven Oread.
You've read my mind. That was exactly what I was thinking.
Mm-hmm,
yes.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to jump over. Actually, no. There we go. Gem Soul. That sounds interesting. The earth inside you asserts itself as crystallized gemstone or metals, like a cluster of quartz or veins of iron and gold. The shimmering presence inside you, inside your being, inspires you to a flashy and flamboyant performance. You gain the trained proficiency rank in performance. If you would automatically become trained in performance from your background or class, you instead become trained in a skill of your choice, and you get the impressive performance skill feat. For a level 1 ancestry feat, not bad.
Steven Universe.
Oh no.
Sorry about my cough I had to have today.
Oh, you are 1000% completely correct. Oh no.
Mm-hmm. All right, really quick, jumping into chat. See. Oh, Adam Generator. Oh yeah, sand with mud, nature's cereal. You're not wrong.
No.
Reap Psyche, your family is stupid rich. I mean, you have all the shiny bit around you. Maynard posted, sell a kidney, live off the proceeds for your entire life. Diamond kidney.
Oh my god, I love it. It's like, look, I got 2. I'm fine. I'm only gonna sustain myself off of dirt and ash. I don't need 2 kidneys.
Let's see, really quick. Alexi posted, Adam Generator is Fortified Shield a separate action from Raise Shield? And I believe Adam Generator did answer is part of Raise the Shield.
Yeah. So if you think about it now, obviously the way the fortification happens is probably gonna be different depending on the source of it. But if you think of like actual combat, my shield's in my room. Damn, I have a Captain America shield. But like, so if you're Cap and you're raising a shield, that's one thing. But if you brace it and you're fortifying it, that's another. So there's
also really quick. I want to get to this one. Reap Psyche, forget Diamond Soul. Diamond Kidney is the real key to enlightenment. But you know what the key to fuller wall is? Diamond Kidney Stones. I mean, they're painful as hell to pass, but you know what? You're making some money off of that pain.
I was gonna say, what does it feel like to be rich? A lot of burning and a lot of relief.
Mm-hmm. All right, jumping on to the next feat, we have the Genie Weapon Familiarity. I think I'm just skip this because we basically talked about it with the Ifrits. You're trained in the Genie weapons, which includes Wishblade and Wish Knife.
Yeah, and a handful of really awesome but mundane weapons as well, like falchions, ranseurs, scimitars, and another one, tridents. But yeah, let's see what Myers Soul does.
Yeah, I'm going to take this one instead. See, level 1 feat, Myers Soul. You have a connection to the muddier denizens of the plane of earth from its border with the plane of water. And your elemental lineage manifests as clay or mud, reflecting that bond. Your body's mud-like quality makes it easy for you to compress and squeeze yourself through smaller areas. You gain the trained proficiency ranks in acrobatics, and if you would automatically become trained in acrobatics from your background or class, for example, you instead become trained in a skill of your choice. You also gain the quick squeeze skill feat. You know what? This is really great if you're Oread Rogue, and also might I suggest to kind of visually connect this, Clayface from Batman.
You've read my brain. I was thinking, because I know when we covered the Flesh Warpers, we mentioned they would be a good basis for like a Clayface type villain. And that's a primary ancestry, by the way, if I recall. So you take a Flesh Warp, mix in a little bit of Oread, and you have yourself a Clayface.
Mm-hmm. All right, let's move forward with Steady on Stone with you, PJ.
Steady on Stone. Your connection to the earth makes natural, uneven surfaces less of a hindrance for you. You can ignore difficult terrain caused by rubble and uneven ground made of stone and earth. In addition, when you use Acrobatics skill to balance on narrow surfaces or uneven ground made of stone and earth, you aren't flat-footed. That's really good. And when you roll a success at one of these acrobatic checks, you get a critical success instead. So yeah, going into the conversation of a rogue Oread or even a monk Oread, this is a pretty handy thing to have.
Yeah, I'd also might suggest Ranger, or if you use that archetype, Scout. Scout archetype, oh man, they are so good with movement.
Very much so. And the fact that you can be balancing and not be flat-footed, because the one benefit as a GM trying to challenge your players, when you force them to balance, like, you're basically opening them up to sneak attack shots, right? Mm-hmm. That is a big F you pay me to prevent that from happening.
Yeah. All right. Next up, we have Faye Influence. We've already discussed this before. Basically, you gain some primal magic. It's really good, but we've talked about this a lot before on the show. So we're just going to skip ahead to Fortified Shield. All right. It's a level 5 feat. Let's see. It's a 1 action. Frequency once per day. Prereq is shield block. All right. You reinforce your shield with a rocky outgrowth of metal and stone. You raise your shield. If you use shield block reaction before your next turn, add your character level to the shield's hardness when determining how much damage is blocked.
So, Adam Generator in the chat was saying Shield Fortify is a ability that they get at 5th level, and it's insane. And I was like, what's he talking about? There could be, like, spells and all kinds of things. No, this is bananas, and here's why. If you are a champion who has invested in your shield as your divine ally, you're already going to have a pretty hardy shield. If you have a steel shield, even more hardiness. The fact that once per day, you can take a normal steel shield as a champion, maybe even a holy steel shield of a champion, and take it from, like, a hardness of maybe 10 and make it a 15, 20, 30 hardness, that's you basically turn your shield into a castle rampart wall. Like, that's
yeah.
bananas.
Yeah. Whew.
Oh, it's so good. You're right, Adam Generator. That ability. And you get it at 5th level, and it goes up with your level.
Yeah. Yeah, it's one of the I love feats that grow with you.
Yeah. Oh my God, Adam Generator and I are on the same page with making a champion with a Shield Divine Ally. Here's their math that Adam Generator put. You Shield Divine Ally champion, Shield of Reckoning, which you can get at the 20th level, to reduce the damage from your shield to an ally by 64 damage. What?
Yeah.
Damn. I love it. I know.
Ooh, I love it too. I love it too.
I know what Morel's taking. Anyway, so
well, is he an Oread though?
I mean, not yet.
It could be.
It could be. We don't know his backstory entirely. I mean, I'll have to change that because that's so damn good. But let's go with I'm gonna skip the Genie Weapon Flourish because that is just like the previous one. Basically gives you critical specialization on Genie weapons. Let's go with the skill. I'm gonna skip the Skillful Tail Genie.
We also discussed it.
Yep. Treacherous Earth. Here we go. This one's actually unique to the Oread. Come on, click the link. You have the power to shatter the earth into a shape of your devising. I love the fluff. You crack the ground beneath you, creating difficult terrain of 5-foot bursts centered on one corner from your space. So basically, you stomp your foot, your Kento of hard rock, you stomp your foot, a nice little 1 by 1 all around you. of bad terrain.
Mm-hmm.
Once every 10 minutes, so it's kind of spammable. It's not bad.
Not bad. All right. Next, our next feat is a level 9 feat, and if you're like me, I'm just gonna say, if you're a fan of Avatar: The Last Airbender, you're gonna like this one. It's called Earth Sense. Your connection to earth and stone allows you to feel the slightest displacement that disturbs them down to the shift of a pebble. You gain tremor sense as an imprecise sense with a range of 30 feet. You're essentially Toph. This makes you Toph from Avatar: The Last Airbender.
1000%. And tremor sense is amazing because if you have tremor sense, much like Toph, you're never truly blind.
Mm-hmm.
So long as they're making movements on the earth, you can pretty much see and know their direction, precise or imprecise, depending on the variable. But you're still pretty good.
Yeah. Really quick, jumping in chat to see if there's anything here. Oh, all right. Oh, Adam Jenner said with that Fortified Shield thing, also having quick block.
Yeah. Oh god, quick block is just the whole thing is so good.
They posted, I have a Cavalier champion build that is a Flesh Warp Oread that uses that.
When you absolutely positively got to be the tankiest boy, you got to be that. That's insane.
Yeah.
So I want to jump it back to the feats really quick. You get Shiatin magic, and it gives you glitter dust. Basically, it's just like the Ifrit magic. But instead of growing and casting illusionary objects, you get to cast glitter dust, which is like the biggest anti-rogue spell you can get, and resist energy, which is really good defensively, especially when fighting a dragon or anything that spits elements. But
PJ,
yeah,
glitter dust. Pocket sand! Pocket sand!
I'm here for it, Cannon. It's pocket sand.
Sha-sha!
If anyone's going to have pocket sand, it's going to be the Oread, because they're like, sha-sha, every sand is pocket sand.
Oh, man. Avatar: The Last Airbender combined with King of the Hill. I'm here for it. I'm here for it.
Oh my god. Everything was fine until those damn Fire Nations attacks.
They
tell found you out what. My real name.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Lord. Let's skip over the Genie weapon expertise. Basically, it's the last one of the Genie weapons that gives you more expertise. Mm-hmm. Hit that Metal Vein Strikes, because I want to know what that is.
All right. Metal Vein Strikes. Level 13 feet. Metallic veins grow throughout your body, giving your unarmed attacks a metallic sheen. Choose either cold iron or silver. Your unarmed attacks are treated as the chosen type of metal. This is actually pretty cool, especially if you play I want to say a barbarian. I'm not entirely sure because I think Magus gets something along the lines of this. But also, if you choose like a fighter with a martial artist archetype, you gain this. And take this, because monks do get something along the lines of this, but you don't get it as a martial artist.
Well, I know that
this is
monks...
a workaround.
Yeah, and please correct me, chat. It's been a while since I've gone over the monk in this edition. Because like they have slightly similar things in every edition. Because I know monks get the adamantine. Basically, their fists are considered adamantite and can attack or break through anything around that durability. But I think specifically the cold iron and the silver is there to fight like werewolves and fae and vampires.
It reminds me of God, I'm blanking on the name of this manga. But in the manga, the main character gets these special metal orbs stuck into their flesh, and then they can actually absorb it into their body to increase their strength and resilience. It's a really old manga. Really quick. I think do I have it up here? Okay, not on this shelf. I think it's probably on that shelf somewhere. But I don't want to go all the way over there right now. I have manga shelves.
Hey, you gotta put those bad boys on display. before I jump into One with Earth, I want to mention what the chat has been saying with our King of the Hill avatar. Maynard for the Win says, "Do you even have pockets?" I have sand. And Reap Psyche says, "That Zuko boy just ain't right. I tell you what."
All right. Adam Generator posted cold irons for Fae and demons, silvers for some undead, devils, and were people.
Boom, there you go. And salt is for ghosties. That's right, Scups. Salt is for ghosties.
Oh, and Reap Psyche posted, "I love the archival check from Michael." Yeah, look, I have multiple bookshelves. Like this right here is a big bookshelves of comic book, graphic novels, mangas, and whatnot.
Oh yeah, I think I looked through somehow. Like I didn't buy a lot of manga as a kid, but like I think like the 8 books that I bought are still somehow have survived the move.
Yeah,
out here.
I ended up selling, I want to say, around a third to a quarter of my manga just because I just don't read those mangas anymore, and they're just honestly taking up space. I still have a very healthy collection, which includes my ultimate muscle manga that I'm really proud of.
Oh my god, is that with the Kaneko Buster?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, that takes me back.
And also Yakutate Japan, about bread. Yeah. I need to start collecting there's a manga. I'm recommending this one because it does. I want to somehow incorporate this into the Edge of Legend world called Dungeon Mushi, which is basically a group of D&D style adventurers get trapped in a dungeon. They end up having to eat the dungeon monsters to survive.
I love that. And you were such an amazing chef, Michael, that I would love it if you made a cookbook about that. Like, I'm not gonna tell you what to do. It's your inspiration, but I love the idea of just like the dungeon survival guide to eating what's left in the dungeon. Like, well, is it a mimic? It'll burn.
Well, we're gonna have to get into more dungeons, and also Rufus definitely not gonna do it with anything in our current dungeon, which is full of a bunch of science experiments and like bloblets. That's just not gonna happen. I'm telling you.
You don't want to cook and eat the bugbear?
Maybe the bugbear, but definitely not that slime monster.
Yeah. I love the unconventional dungeon trope. Like, he thought it was a dungeon, but it is a boat full of abominations.
Dungeon Mishi does, at the end of each chapter, does break down how you could cook each of these dungeon monsters as a recipe, as a fake recipe, but you could just replicate it with like real world food.
Oh man. Really fast because we're almost done, and then we're probably gonna go on a quick break. But the first, I believe, is the first level 13 feat. The first unique one, anyway. It's called One with Earth. Basically, gives you a burrow speed of 15 feet. Now, this can be really good because it lets you travel under people for combat. Imagine all the really cool pop-up ambushes you can do. So yeah, level 13.
Team this with the tremor sense.
Yep. And then your high athletics for like a barbarian, and then you just bury them like 15 feet under the earth. Very good.
All right. Next one is a level 13 feat called a Saltarian Skin. When in danger, you can harden the stone in your skin into armor, much like Saltarian. You can cast Stone Skin on yourself only 3 times per day as a 4th level arcane innate spell. Once again, I'm going back to that Avatar of the Last Airbender, Toph creating that earth armor.
And you're not wrong. So, like, because like the Shaitan are like
Shaitan, yeah, sorry.
Oh, it's okay. They're kind of like they're basically like earth genies, if you will, earth djinn, probably a better way to say it. And so the spell of Stone Skin gives you, let's see, what was the level it casts at? You can just cast it. I imagine it's for 4th level. Okay, yeah. So at 4th level, you get +5 resistance to physical damage, except adamantine, talked about earlier. So you can literally just like Toph up, or like the Thing, just rock armor on. And 3 times a day, not bad.
All right, next up we have the Summon Earth Elemental, much like the Summon Fire Elemental from the Ifrits. It's a level 13 feat. And essentially, once per day, you cast Summon Elemental at the 5th level Primal Innate spell. And you summon an Earth Elemental.
Yeah. Now, the last one, the capstone for the Oread ancestry, versatile heritage, I should say, is stone form, where you turn into a stone form. Once per day, you cast elemental form as a 7th level primal innate spell. You can only choose the earth elemental form. The earth elemental form as 7th level, you are considered huge. You have a 15-foot reach. You have to have, the space to actually grow that big. If you don't, you're screwed. Your AC is 22 plus your level. You get 20 temporary HP. You get an attack modifier of plus 25, a damage bonus of plus 11 damage, double the number of damage dice, which originally would have been, let's see, I'm reading the spell as we go. There we go. So you would be getting 4d10 bludgeoning damage, plus 11, and an acrobatic or athletics check of plus 25. Damn.
Yeah. PJ, aesthetically, do you want to be super cool? You transform into these giant... So I've seen these. The giant Buddha Vista stone statues in Asia.
Yeah, I think so. It's the one where it's one of the forms of the Buddha, and they're doing the peace palm.
Yeah, they're sitting cross-legged, or there's even ones in Thailand where they're like kind of like leaning down. Honestly, like Street Fighter nerd here, also Sagat's level.
Yes. And so that's what that's called, because I didn't know if it was the same or a different variant. Okay. Yeah, no, dude, this is amazing. I'll say this about the Oread. There's some really fun, nice, niche things that this ancestry or versatile heritage can do. The burrow speed is kind of cool. The tremor sense kind of neat. But compared to the really fun and damage building things that the Ifrit could do, it didn't quite have the same punch, right? Mm-hmm. The shield block enhancement is disgusting, and the fact that you get it so early and it stacks full growth is gorgeous. This capstone is mwah. Mm-hmm. This is chef's kiss.
Yeah, I want to say, honestly, I think both of these versatile heritages kind of stand pretty even on their own. Like, it's just the only thing that's separating the difference between the two is what kind of build you're making. They're pretty balanced, I think, with each other.
If I had to choose one over the other, and again, like, there is no wrong choice, there's only your choice and what you work on with your GM. My thought is that the fire build has some really fun tactics that you can activate, but the con to those really fun and damaging combos is that fire is often easily resisted by higher level creatures. Mm-hmm. But this Oread build with the shield block and the elemental rock form, it may not be as flashy and it may not be as powerful, but it's consistent. There's not a lot of resistance, and you're gonna take all the shots. You're gonna tank very well.
Yeah, and also let's not downplay the Oread movement economy is pretty darn good, because the utility for that, we have that earth sense that even if you're blind, you know what's going on. Even if you're in absolute magical darkness. Yeah, you're in magical darkness, you can't see, but you can still feel the earth below you. And then you can actually just burrow down, and then also turning treacherous, hazardous terrain into, you know what? It's not a big deal for me.
Yeah. Look, we are a little biased because we represent Earth Kingdom. Earth Kingdom, best kingdom. I'll say it all day, every day. So, we show up and we represent, and so did this Oread and versatile heritage. So I'm proud.
Yeah. I want to say really quick, because I know we got to go on break soon, but from reading the Ifrit Oread, and I jumped ahead a little bit on the other versatile heritages that relates to the elemental planes. Dude, you could easily turn Pathfinder 2nd Edition now into Avatar, The Last Airbender TTRPG.
Absolutely. And if there's something that you like, you can easily change the flavor of it. So
like
have fun.
Yeah, honestly the Oread, the Ifrit, and I'm gonna assume the water bloodline and the air bloodline, they're essentially the elements in Avatar: The Last Airbender. And then you have, spoilers, there's a special one where it's all the elements together. That's the Avatar.
Yeah. And I'm super psyched to go over. All right, and there we have it. 2 amazing, versatile heritages, which can be added to any primary ancestry. The Ifrit and the Oread, the fire and the rocks. It's all in your blood, and it makes you awesome. So you let me know what you like, and get in the chats and comments and let us know. But without further ado, it's time to say goodbye. And we're going to start off with Mr. Michael Powell. Tell us who you are and where we can find you on that sweet, sweet internet.
Well, you can find me all over the internet on my social medias, which is at Mr. Kapow, that's MRKAPAO, or my Facebook page, which is facebook.com/Michael Powell Does Stuff, because I do a lot of stuff, such as my YouTube channel, Fantastic Tales of Adventure, and on Thursdays on the Toyzilla Network channel here on Twitch, I'm part of a show called Toyzilla Live, where we talk about toy news and collectibles. So it's a lot of fun. Learn about what's coming out. So yeah. Oh, where can we find you, PJ?
Well, thank you for asking. When I'm not here Tuesdays with Mr. Michael Powell from 3:30 to 5:30, you can find me here, same Nat time, same Nat channel, for the Edge of Legend show, 8 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, which is our flagship Pathfinder 2nd Edition homebrew show. And tune in to see if they can beat the evil Manglemaw and his horrible dungeon boat filled with terrible abominations. Yeah, I did that. That was the thing I did. And speaking of things I'm doing, I'm also going to be appearing on May 9th. It's now official. It's all over Twitter, so I'll give you links soon to come. But you can go check me out for Jasper's Game, which is an amazing charity stream, and I'm super psyched to be in this charity stream. I cannot wait. May 9th, 7:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Go check out Jasper's Game. Get yourself a raffle ticket. Who knows? Maybe I'll see you. Maybe you'll be playing in my game. And I'll all be going for charity from the wonderful people of Paizo that did this with Jasper's Game. So I say thank you for this opportunity. Hope you come and see it May 9th, 7:30 p.m. And I'll see you then. Same Nat time, same Nat channel, at the table.
Bye.
Love you safe. Bye.